Going to look at some general hints for solving trig equations, and here we go. It's good to simplify the equations so that they have only one trig ratio. That's a general idea. So put it all in cosine or sine or even tangent, but that's a good plan. And you simplify the equations using all those identities that we learned, all the different trig identities. The compound and double angles identities have to be simplified into a single angle where necessary. And what you do, you often use factorization and let the right-hand side equal 0 and then factor it and look for common factors and trinomials and a difference of squares, even groupings. So factorization is a big part. Be careful not to divide by an unknown because you can lose solutions and things can go funny. And watch out for these tricks. When you have tan squared and you take equals 4, then if you take the square root of both sides, there's two different answers, positive and negative 2. That's a big one. If you have sine x cos x equals 3, that almost looks like an identity. All you have to do is multiply both sides by 2, and then you've got it. 2 sine x cos x equals sine 2x, and then you can use that number there. That's a big trick, really useful one. And here's another one called the tangent trick here. If you have a sine x plus b, you put the b cos x on the other side, and then you divide both sides by cos. So you get sine over cos equals b over a, negative b over a. So you put the cos on the other side, divide by cos, and you'll get sine divided by cos. That gives you tan x. Now those are the main sort of things. But if you have a situation where you've got the sine of one angle equals the sine of another angle, the only way it can be true is if alpha equals beta, but it repeats itself every 360 degrees. You just use the formula for general solutions. So for sine, it's beta and 180 minus beta. Those are all the times where this will be true. And if it's cosine, you can go plus or minus beta. And if it's tangent, it's just the only way this can work is if alpha equaled beta, and any 180 degree period from this beta will also give you the right answer. Now here's some real important trick. If you have sine of alpha equals cos of beta, what are you going to do? Well, this is one thing that you can do. You can, instead of writing cos beta, write it as the sine of 90 minus beta. Now you're comparing two sines that equal each other like this. And then you can just let alpha equals 90 minus beta plus k times 360. That'll be your solution. The other trick, this is a really tricky one. If you have sine alpha equals minus sine beta, just put the negative on this sign because the minus sign of alpha is really the sign of minus alpha. Now you can let the minus alpha equal the cosine of beta. You change into the sine of 90 minus beta just like this. But now if you let minus alpha equals this, you'll end up with all your solutions. It's tricky, but if you know that trick before the exam, it'll make it really easy if you ever see it in an exam. Okay.